Good afternoon, everyone. How's it going? Nice to see you all in the chat. Hi, Imad. Hello, Myron. Hi, Jacqueline. Hello, Vladimir, Gertie, Lolly, Pillar, Walla, and everyone else. Jose, Michele. Hello, and Saul, a new person in the chat. That's awesome. From Mexico, I see. That's great. I'm very excited, and Maria as well. Welcome. Nawar, welcome. I think I got everyone so far. How are you guys doing today? Hi, Fadwa. Hello, Christina. Welcome. Welcome to my stream. I believe this is number 14. I'm getting more comfortable now. It's been many streams with you guys. I'm enjoying them. I hope you are too. Just came off from a long weekend here in Vancouver. Yesterday was British Columbia Day, so I got the day off work. It was really nice. I took my motorcycle and I drove out of the city and into the country with many beautiful mountains and horses and lakes. So it was really, really good day off. Happy to be back and with you guys. Today we're going to be talking a little more about future, specifically predictions. Hello, Jose from Brazil, and Fatoun, hello. Wala from Saudi Arabia, Cameron, hello. What do I work, Julia? I work here at CCEL, Canadian College of English Language. Yes, and of course I work with these streams for the Smrt curriculum. So a lot of teaching, and it's great, very rewarding. Hello, Paris, honey. I lived in Paris for 1 year after high school. It was really, really fun year of my life. All right, so yes, that's right, Gertie. A warm welcome to the class to everyone. Nice to have some new names in the chat. Feel free to ask any questions and participate. And I'm definitely going to start us off with another question. I would like to ask you guys in the chat, just a general question to get to know each other a little more. Who do you look up to in your life and why? That's my discussion question. So let's warm up with this question. Abdul Assam, hello. I'm actually half German as well. My mother is from Germany, so I have been to Germany many times in my life. My Oma lives there, and my aunt and my uncle and my cousins, so nice country. So I have a question in the chat. Who do you look up to in your life and why? And look up to equals admire, have a lot of respect for, want to be like, this kind of thing. Hello, Benedicto, welcome. So Fadwa, you look up to your mom because you see her as your role model in everything. That's very nice. That's really, really nice. Mothers are good role models for sure. Role models. Hello, Long. I'm very good. I'm just trying to warm us up with a little discussion question here. Wondering who you guys look up to. I look up to my siblings I look up to many, many people for sure, but I could talk about my brother and my sister. I look up to them both for different reasons. My brother, he's actually an Olympian. He won an Olympic silver medal in 2012, so he is obviously a very motivated and dedicated person, very driven, so I look up to him for those reasons. And my sister, she's a very, very kind and loving and strong woman. So I really look up to her for those reasons too. And Lolly, you say you look up to your father and you always ask advice from him. Wow, that's great. And Abdullah Lassam, I look up to your father because you see him as a perfect person. Well, that's really nice. I'm sure he would be happy to hear that. Who else wants to participate? It's hard to pick one person, I suppose. Michaela, your mom, she's a warrior. That's awesome. That's really great. Noir, you look up to your friend who doesn't pass over any opportunity. So his life is pretty good. That's a really good reason. Yeah. So you could say that your friend is a yes person, eh? He's always taking on opportunities that come his way. Well, that's really great. It's good. You never know what they could lead to. So awesome. Okay, well, I won't spend too much time on that. If you want to add any more answers into the chat, feel free. But we will get started. We have 1 hour, so till 4 o'clock, to talk about some grammar. But Pillar, you said you look up to your best friend because she is always there with good advice. That's nice. So just one note, advice is not countable, so we don't put an S on it. But that's really great. Good to have a best friend that gives good advice. And Fadwa, you said your friend looks up to you because you appear to be a strong young lady with no fears. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, it's really good for other people to look up to you as well. Good, Lolly. Your father is your mentor. Well, it's really nice. Really nice. Okay, let me change here. Oops, not this one, not this one. Here. Gertie, you said you look up to your mother because she's always a good role model for you. It is so difficult to be a mother nowadays. I'm not a mother yet, but I could imagine very difficult with all the technology and social media and all of that kind of stuff, for sure. Jacqueline, that's very nice. Hamuma, hello, welcome. So everyone who told me your answers, you should now, after this stream, you should go to that person and you should tell them that this is what you said about them. I'm sure you would make their day and make them very happy. Camran, you look up to Sean. That's awesome. He discovered new techniques of teaching online. Well, I will let him know that next time I see him. That's great. Okay. Thank you guys for participating. Thank you for answering the question. Now we're going to get started. So, as you remember, last week we were discussing future tense, right? We were talking about using will in the moment and using be going to or present continuous for plans and also using present simple for timetable events, okay? Gertie, I don't have any kids yet, actually, but I have friends with children and I know the struggle. I also have a 14-year-old nephew, my brother's kid, so he's kind of like my kid in a way, my nephew. I love him very much. Okay, so let's get started. Here, I'm going to show you this conversation. Is it big enough? That should be good. Okay, so we have speaker A and we have speaker B, and they are discussing what to wear for a party. And we see here the first person saying, do you think this dress will be okay for the party tomorrow night? So, using will, this is kind of asking for a prediction, okay? Speaker B says, I don't know, it's going to be a pretty formal party. So this is be going to for plans. So that dress might be a little too casual. Might is to signify uncertainty in the prediction, okay? Yeah, I guess you're right. What does casual mean for clothing? It might be a little too casual. What do you think that means when it comes to clothing? Casual. How would you define casual? Not too formal. Exactly. 00200. Not too formal. Normal, informal. That's good. Yeah, informal. Kind of like regular, everyday clothing. Yeah, good. Okay, so predictions. Is everybody comfortable with this word, prediction? Yeah, those are all good answers, for sure. Just like every day, informal, ordinary, definitely. Good. The opposite of casual would be fancy, or dressed up. Yeah. So predictions. We're going to talk about predictions today and making good predictions. Obviously, when we're speaking about the future, a lot of our sentences are predictions because we can't see into the future, right? We can plan, but at the end of the day, you never know what is going to happen tomorrow and the next day and the next day, okay? So Rami, going back up to here, you could answer with will, but you don't have to, right? So, do you think this dress will be okay for the party tomorrow night? Yeah, I think it will be okay. That would be answering with will, but in this case, they're answering with might for the prediction because they're not so sure. Okay, so predict what will happen in the future. Exactly. Imagining how things will turn out. Exactly. So, as we learned last week, will we don't use for our personal plans. So these are not predictions. These are our plans that we think about, we plan out. But we can use will for the future for predictions that we have thought about, okay? We could also use be going to, same. So, what we think will be true in the future. Hello, Maya, welcome. Let's look at some examples of some sentences here on Smrt. Imagine you have a test in school. So, you study, but still you don't know exactly how you'll do on the test. So you can guess by saying, I think I'll do all right on my test, okay? If you're really confident, you might say, I will do great on this test. I'm going to do amazingly on this test. But still, these are predictions, okay? Another common time to make predictions. Imagine your friend buys a ring for your other friend, okay? And you're like, oh my gosh, she will love that ring, okay? You're pretty sure it's a very strong prediction, but again, it is still a guess. In sports, of course, we do a lot of predicting in sports. You have your favorite team. They are playing a game. Of course, you want to say, my team is going to win. My team will win for sure. I have all the confidence in my team, okay? So you are making a strong prediction. Do you think she'll enjoy the movie? Again, we are asking for somebody's prediction. And the answer could be anything. It could be she might enjoy the movie. I'm not sure. Or it could be like, oh yeah, she loves action movies. She will love that movie. Okay? Hamuma, I'm going to get the trophy. That's good. Just remember, gonna, written like that, it's okay for very casual writing, but it is more so a speaking thing. And in writing, you should be careful when you choose to write gonna, only for very informal situations. Abdul Salam, be going to and will, they're both pretty much equally strong. There are other words that we can use to strengthen our prediction, which I will talk about. And floor, will, if we're talking about plans, is in the moment of speaking, okay? But right now we're not talking about plans, we're making guesses, we're talking about predictions, okay? Lolly, do I think you will improve your English learning? Yes, I do. I think you will definitely improve because you are putting in the effort. So, of course you will. Here, make a note of the negative, will not, which is pronounced won't, okay? I'm sure I won't like Korean food. Why are you so sure? I usually dislike spicy food, okay? And again, when you're shopping, you're in the store, you're looking at furniture, and you are imagining this furniture in your home. You have to make predictions, right? This table is going to look amazing in our house, or this table is not going to look good. We should not get this table, right? So, predicting. Fadwa, thank you. Well, I hope you're right for sure. That's a good prediction, and I hope it comes true, definitely. So, let's go to my document, which you will get at the end of the stream. And let's come up with some of our own predictions. So I'll make it a little bit bigger here. So I'm going to give you a situation verbally, and I want you guys to think of some good predictions for that. First situation. So I want you to imagine this situation and give me some predictions, okay? In this case, using will or won't. Okay, situation is you see a young person walking on the street with their head down, texting on their cell phone. And they are walking towards traffic. Okay, so what could you guess if this is the case? Using will. There's a young person texting on their cell phone. They're not looking where they're walking. And well, we won't say traffic because that's too negative. Maybe there's a pole, okay? There's a pole right coming up in front of them. What could you guess? Good, Hamuma. So I thought about that, and I thought it was too negative to use traffic because we don't want anybody to get hurt. So let's go with the pole example. And if you don't know if it's he or she, I didn't say, I just said young person, we can use they, okay? They will run into the pole. Good. Rami, watch out, a warning, you will hit the light pole. The light post, we would say, the light post. Light pole is okay, but. Cameron, I think they will be in trouble. I think that boy will be in trouble. Nawar, that's a very good sentence. This behavior will result in a dangerous accident. Good. Okay. I want to go to a new example. So let's use be going to. Okay. All right. This is the situation. Okay. The situation is you have to go to the airport, okay? You have a plane to catch. Your plane leaves at 5 p.m. You have to be there only 1 hour early because it's domestic, not international. But you look at your watch and it's already 3:30 in the afternoon, and it takes at least 40 minutes to get to the airport. So, what could you guess about yourself? Raphael, hey, that's right. It is always better late than never. I agree. Welcome. We are talking about making predictions about the future. And this situation is you have a 5 p.m. airplane to catch. You have to be there by 4 p.m. It's 3:30 and it takes 40 minutes to get there. Pillar says, I think I'm going to miss my plane. Oh no. Hello, Elamu. Mr. One says, I'm going to be late for the flight. Good. So Abdul Salam, I think I'm going to miss my plane is what we would say. Instead of pass my plane, we would use the verb miss. So Nawar, if you say I'm going to get ready before I miss the plane, this is more about your personal plans. So it's not really a prediction, actually. Malgré, I'm going to miss the boat. If it were a boat, for sure. Good, Michaeli. Oh, sometimes you say, oh no, I'm late. I'm late. I'm not going. Good, negative. I'm not going to get to the airport in time. Have any of you ever missed an airplane? It is definitely not fun. Lolly, I think I'm not going in. Good, so we can start a negative prediction with saying, I don't think I'm going, and then it would be positive. I don't think I'm going to get to the airport in time. Good. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to go back to Smrt here because I want to now talk about using may or might. Okay, modal verbs may and might. These are used in different ways, of course, but in this case, we are going to be talking about expressing uncertainty in our predictions instead of uncertainty in our plans, okay? Last week we talked about uncertainty in our plans. I might go to the gym. I might call my friend. But in this case, it's about uncertainty in our predictions, okay? So, really common when you're guessing about the weather. You know, it might rain tomorrow. It may rain tomorrow. Maybe your friend is wanting to borrow a dress from you and you say, I don't know, that dress may not fit you. Or if you're guessing about how you're going to enjoy a party, we might have a good time at the party. Not sure. Okay. Hello in Turkey. So Flora, I'm going to need to book another flight because I'm going to be late. Great sentence. Abdul Salam, yeah, you did miss your plane because you lost your passport. Oh no, that's awful. Bad luck. Passport, the one thing you definitely don't want to lose. Okay, let's go back and do some more predictions. So, I'm going to give you more situation, make some predictions. What do you think, let's see, what do you think, this is very general, so you can give a lot of different examples. Let's keep them positive as we can, as positive as we can. What do you think the world will look like in 50 years from now? Okay. What will the world look like in 50 years from now? Lolly, I am a little not very well. So you would say, I am a little unwell, or I'm not feeling very well. I might call in sick tomorrow. That's really good. That would be an uncertainty. More so in your plan, though, probably. Not really prediction. JB, you will be dead, that's for sure. Whoa, that's hopefully not true. I don't know how old you are, though. 50 years from now. And we're using, may or might for unsure predictions. Mr. One says the world might look like heaven in 50 years. Yeah, and there are no wrong answers here because we're guessing. Camran, it might be more modernized, good, than before. That's a good one. Yeah, for sure. Mary M, that's okay, welcome. Like we said, better late than never. So, Abdul Salam, I'll put yours back up here with Will because you're using Will here. The world will not be better than it is now, semicolon. It will, we would use there if you're going to use there will be some wars and it will be a dangerous place to live in. Okay, well that's heavy. That's a heavy answer, but you're entitled to your own opinion. Gertie, you may go to the moon. I like that. I may go to the moon. Yeah, for sure. And you could even kind of change that slightly instead of, focusing on maybe your future plan. You could say, I may be able to go to the moon. In the future, going to the moon might be like a tourist attraction. If you have enough money, maybe you could pay for a ticket to the moon and back. Good, JB. You said, oops. I like what you said. Let's read through some of your examples. The world might have a very futuristic look. That's right. Noir, we might travel from, again, you might add be able to. We might be able to travel from Europe to Canada in 10 minutes. Could you imagine? I would love that. That would be great. I could visit my German family all the time. That would be great. In 50 years, the world may be better than now with the new technology. Good, good. Yes, so we would probably put our plural on like the new modes of technology, keeping technology singular. They will invent cars that fly. Exactly. They or someone will invent, we could even say flying cars. Voila, you will be a dentist and you're going to improve your city. That's great. That's really great. Dental care is very important. Betty, the world might be overcrowded. This is true. Jacqueline, you might have wonderful grandchildren, for sure. JB, we may have the cure for cancer and HIV/AIDS. I certainly hope so, yeah. Camran, a little more of a realistic prediction. The world may face serious issues of climate change after 50 years. That's true, yeah. Adnan, I don't know what you mean. You may be able to die. You may be dead. We don't know, I guess. I hope not. Well, thank you, Elo. Ehrlich willkommen there in Germany. Nice. I mean, my German is not perfect. It's really, it needs to be improved for sure. In this case, JB, may and might are interchangeable when you're making predictions, for sure. So Koalax Gamer, I don't know what your meaning is, but no negativity in the chat, please. The world might not have any animals in 50 years from now. I certainly hope not. That would be really sad. Okay. Okay, Maya, yeah, I can agree with you for sure. I mean, the optimistic part of me doesn't want to believe that, but, the realistic part sometimes, yeah. Okay. So let me go back to our Smrt and just remind you of a few more things, okay? So present continuous. Do you remember we spoke about present continuous for future last week? It is very common to use be verb, verb ing, present continuous, to talk about our definite future plans, okay? But because predictions are not in our control, we don't have any control over predictions, that means that we never use present continuous in these types of contexts, okay? So in grammar 5.1, we learned about that. We have to be talking about plans that we have arranged ourselves, okay? For example, I'm going to Vancouver Island this weekend. It's my personal plan. If I want to guess, I could say it's going to be fun. That's a guess. So I could not say it's being fun. I would never guess with the present continuous, okay? So let's take a look at some examples. The Tigers are playing the Angels next week. Do you want to watch the game with me? Okay, so we have present continuous here. This is because this is a plan, all right? And it's okay to use present continuous. If you want to predict about the game, it's not okay to use present continuous. Okay, next one. My father is coming back from his trip tonight. This is a planned event. It's personal. Your father has his plans. He's coming back on that evening. So again, we would not, we could use be going to here, but not will. My father is going to come back from his trip tonight. Now, if we look at the next examples, you could see that these are predictions, so we can't use present continuous. Look at all the black clouds outside. It's going to rain soon. That's okay. It will rain soon. That's fine, but not it's raining soon, because present continuous, not good for predictions, okay? And same here. I'm sure at the race, horse number 5 is going to win, or horse number 5 will win. Prediction, definitely not okay to use present continuous if you're predicting. So yeah, lolly lolly, you could say I'm learning English with Julia next Tuesday. That's a personal plan, so that's really good. Maya, it may rain. Yes, you can say that, for sure. May or might, they are interchangeable when you're making predictions, okay? So, I have something else I want to go over. We haven't really talked about this yet, but it's good to know. You ignored me. Gamer, what did I ignore? Oh, when am I going to teach poetry? Never. I highly doubt that I will ever teach poetry because I'm not good at poetry, but I enjoy reading it sometimes. So Rami, predictions based on evidence, going to or will, really, they're both okay. Adnan, I'm playing football with my son. That's a personal plan. That's okay. And Emmy, yes, present continuous for future plans. Gamer, you can put some lines of your poetry in the chat if you want to. That's totally fine. Farah, it may be we travel around the world easy. So yeah, you're making a prediction. That's great. You could say we may, again, when we're talking, we want to have ability in our guess. You should say we may be able to travel around the world easily. Easily, adverb to modify travel. Okay, good. So let me talk about adding in some adverbs and phrases with our predictions, because this is really common for speakers to do. So to strengthen a prediction, we often use probably. Okay, so let's do some examples. So we could say it's rush hour, so we probably won't get onto the first bus. This is a guess. Nawar, I'm not sure what you mean for that sentence. Maybe you mean you have a lot of work cut out for you tomorrow morning, like you have to do a lot of work, which would be stative verb. So you would not use having, just I have. And Betty, your family is going to Switzerland next week. Good. So those are good examples of personal plans with present continuous. Good. Just remember, present continuous is never used for predictions because predictions are not personal plans, just guessing. So here, I was talking about using probably, okay? It's rush hour, so we probably won't get onto the first bus, okay? My mom, for example, my mom will probably call me this weekend. We haven't spoken in a week. So if I know when my mom usually calls me, so I know that we haven't spoken in a week, so I could say, yeah, my mom will probably call me this weekend because we are due for a call. Okay, let me see. Ivan, you say my friend will add probably going to lose his job. Oh no, that's not good. So good, if you're using probably, okay, you're going to put it after will, unless it's, we won't, sorry. It's rush hour, so we probably won't get onto the first train. Here it's coming before won't, okay? And then the next here, positive, my mom will probably call me this weekend. You should put it before the main verb here. If it's be going to, it should come after the be verb before going, okay? But these are to strengthen our predictions, right? They do sound a lot stronger if we use probably. It's like you're really sure. That's right, Gertie. That's right. It's an exception if it's negative, like the Toronto Blue Jays probably won't win the championship. For example, I don't really follow baseball, so I don't know what's going on. But if it's negative, it will come before. But yes, positive before the main verb. And Gamer, I'm not ignoring you, but I will take a look at your poetry at the end of the lesson. So I will make a comment there. It looks good though, but I just don't have time right now, but I will at the end, I promise. So Lolly says it's raining. We probably won't go camping. That's great. But remember, after won't, we will use a base verb, so not to. So we probably won't go camping. That's great. Very strong prediction. Let's see here. Can we use probably with going to? I always hear probably will, never heard probably going to. Rami, yeah, you definitely can. We are probably going to be late. They are probably going to be hungry when they get here. The office is probably going to be closed. You can, but maybe it's more common from what you have heard to use it with will, but it's possible with both. And Maya, no problem. It sounds beautiful is correct, okay? Beautifully would have to modify an action. So for example, she sings beautifully, But if you're saying that exact sentence, it should be the adjective, it sounds beautiful, because you're modifying it. Long, I will probably talk with my tutors online in 2 weeks. Great sentence. Mansoor, my dad is ill, comma, so we will probably travel to the USA for care. I'm sorry to hear that if that's true. Your sentence is good, it just has to change a little bit. My dad is ill, so we will probably, if it's a positive, you should put probably before the main verb. So we will probably travel to the USA for care. Yeah, good. Okay. Let's see. That's right, you definitely learn from mistakes. And Pillar, is okay your sentence? Let me see. Pillar, we have a lot of work in our company, comma, we will probably going to work on the weekend. So I would change your sentence a tiny bit. We have a lot of work to do, I would say, in our company. And to show result, you should use the coordinator so. So we, don't forget your be verb, are probably going to work on the weekend. Now it's a great sentence. Yeah. So you're going to use your probably in the middle of the be verb and going to. Good. Okay. I'm going to tell you about a few other ways. So, Miriam, my family and I are going to the beach, comma, and, so you need to have a coordinator after the comma, and we will probably take my friend with us. Don't forget will before probably. Murtada, our class is probably getting deeper and deeper into grammar now. Good, but again, not present continuous. Our class is probably going to get deeper and deeper into grammar. Long, I am probably going to go to Oslo tomorrow. That's cool. Nice. Jacqueline, I will probably make a lot of mistakes during my journey in learning English. Yeah, as will anybody who's learning a second language, for sure. Okay, good. Now, I think my life is boring, so I will probably change my work. Good sentence. And yeah, it's always, sometimes you just have to change it up. It's okay. All right, guys, let's go to the next one. I have several more notes for you guys. Definitely another adverb to really strengthen our predictions. It sounds like you're speaking 100%, like but you are guessing. It just sounds very confident predictions. So let's see here. For example, Tim is never on time. If you know this about Tim, you could guess he is definitely going to be late for our meeting. Whoa, can't spell. He is definitely going to be late for our meeting. So again, this would go after the be verb before going to. China will probably be the next most important country in the world. Good sentence, Gertie. I'll add it to our list because I like it. It's a good sentence. China will probably, so we want to put be after probably. China will probably be the next most important, for superlative, most important country in the world. Good. So let's hear some more predictions with definitely. Some confident predictions with definitely. Malgré, I'm definitely sure your students, including me, are lucky. Ah, well, thank you. That's nice. The weather is not beautiful. The weather is not beautiful. We would use a semicolon here instead of a comma, separating two independent clauses. It will definitely rain. Good. Putting that bold. Most important country, world's next superpower. Yeah, JB. I'm afraid you overlooked my oh, yes. Betty, sorry. It's hard to keep up sometimes, but I'm going to go back up and find it quickly here. Betty, he will probably be fired because he stole his boss's money. That's a perfect sentence. No mistakes. Good job. Good job. Thank you, Mansoor. I appreciate that a lot. I really do. That makes me love my job when I hear positive feedback like that. So that's nice. Thank you. Farah, it is hot outside. I will probably prefer staying at home. Good. Good. Jacqueline, she is definitely going to attend the party. Yeah, you could add like she loves parties to make it more of a guess, you know. She's definitely going to attend the party. She loves parties, but still you're saying this like you don't know for sure. Next one. Sometimes second language speakers are a little confused because we often say I'm sure before a prediction, for a confident prediction. But again, we are not 100% sure. We are still guessing. Good, Murtata. That's awesome. Keep working hard. You'll see results for sure. Batul, Ed is near, so I will definitely go shopping. Great. That's awesome. You'll have a great time during Ed. You'll definitely pass your test. You've been studying so much. Good guess. I will definitely lose weight as I do not eat sweets anymore. That's for sure you will. Sweets are the weight gainer for sure. Okay, so I could say, for example, the team is doing really well this season. Okay. I'm sure they will go far. This is a prediction, but it sounds really strong because I'm saying I'm sure. I could say the theater is never busy, so I'm sure we'll get a good seat even if we aren't there early, for example. Usually we give reason for our, confident prediction. And this is the reason. The theater is never busy. So so Rami, it sounds like it makes the prediction 100%, but again, it is just an expression, and it just lets the listener know that you are really confident. But if we understand predictions, we know that, well, yes, this person is very confident, but we could get to the theater and it could be totally full. Or the team could all of a sudden do really badly and be out of the season. So you do really never know. They are predictions at the end of the day. Good. So she is working hard. Very good with a semicolon. I'm sure she will succeed. Good. Using will, using the expression, I'm sure. Perfect. Let's go to the next one. Like I said earlier, I think I mentioned it to Lolly, when we're making a negative prediction, it's really common to start the prediction with I don't think. Okay? So, for example, he hasn't prepared anything for dinner. I don't think his wife is going to be happy with him, for example. So if we say I don't think, our prediction is, our grammar is still positive, but it has a negative meaning, right? I don't think she'll be happy with him. Let's see some of yours. My English is bad, Miriam said. My English is bad. I will definitely have a bad mark on the exam. Well, exams are not a 100% great way to evaluate your skills, so don't let it get you down, okay? Murtada, Julia is the best. Julia is, so one of the best, you could say. Oh, you're saying the best. Wow, that's too kind. Too kind. So many other great teachers as well. I am sure I will acquire English grammar easily now. Well, I certainly hope so. I hope you understand everything we're talking about. Pillar, I'm studying hard. I'm sure I'll pass my test. That's good. So in your first part, it's present continuous, right? I am studying hard, comma, so I'm sure I'll pass my test. Noir, people's relationships have definitely been changed, comma. So you should use a semicolon to separate your clauses. I'm sure that they will be living as robots in a few years. You never know, honestly. I have heard that you can now order a robot partner if you so please. So imagine that, having a robot as a husband or wife. Very strange. I hope it doesn't come to that. So yeah, semicolons, basically they are a way in writing to separate two independent sentences without using other punctuation. For example, you could say like, people are getting lazier and lazier, comma. If you use a comma, you need a word like so, I'm sure. So I'm sure cars will never go out of style. For example, you know, people talk about the environment and how bad cars are on the environment, but people are getting lazier and lazier. You need so if you're going to use a comma, but if you're not using a comma, you don't need so, you just use a semicolon. People are getting lazier and lazier, semicolon. I'm sure cars will never go out of style. So again, here you don't need the word so because you're just using a semicolon. Mansour, here you said, oh, I put this under the wrong section, so I'm just going to change that quickly to I'm sure. And when you later on are looking over this document, you can kind of take a look at where I used semicolons and where I used commas with a coordinator, okay? So Mansour, it will probably rain tomorrow. So again, here either, okay, you used a full stop, which is fine. We could use a semicolon, or we can use a comma so. So I don't think I'm going to go to school tomorrow. Yeah, I noticed that with my students. If it's raining, sometimes people don't come. And I'm like, but it's just rain. It's not gonna, you're not going to melt. But I know it's not nice to leave your cozy home when it's raining. Okay, Gertie, you say Elon Musk is a very rich man. I don't think he is going to waste his money in easily way. You could say Elon Musk is a very rich man. I don't think he is going to waste his money in a maybe not in an easily way, but in a silly way, maybe. Is that kind of what you mean? I don't think we're going to be on time because we left home late. Perfect sentence. Murtata, we need to arrange such things, comma, so can we talk? That would be a good sentence. But maybe instead of saying such things, you should say we need to arrange some things. So can we talk? That's good. Miriam, they haven't prepared anything for your birthday? I don't know who they is, but they better start preparing. Okay, we have 5 more minutes, so I have to talk about a few more phrases, okay? So another common English expression to make a negative and confident prediction is to say there's no way. There's no way, okay? For example, it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock and the movie starts at 8:15. There is no way we will make it on time. Okay, it's kind of an example of a phrase you use when you think that it's like physically impossible. Okay, so for example, the students haven't studied a single thing. Semicolon, there's no way they are going to understand this lesson, for example. Let me see. My friend is never on time. There's no way she will beat me to the party, for example. Okay, so again, you don't know for sure, but you're making a really, really strong prediction using this phrase, really common language. There's no way you'll stop learning English. That's awesome. I'm too late. There's no way I will get my bus. That's good. Farah, I am practicing English, semicolon. I don't think I'm going to fail my exam. That's awesome. That's really good. And the last phrase I wanted to include on the document for you guys was I bet. Okay, so really, really common for English speakers to start their confident prediction with I bet. It's like saying that they would put money on what they think. So for example, I bet your mom is going to be so happy when she hears that you are going to visit her, for example. Saying I bet. It's like you could place money on it, you're so sure. Gertie, it is 4 p.m. There is no way, so not way, but no way Sean will be in CCEL. I don't know if he's here at this time. I think he should be here, but I'm not sure. Miriam, the traffic is terrible, semicolon or period. There's no way to arrive on time. Yeah, or there's no way we are going to arrive on time. So just be careful because it's not about ability. So when we're saying there is no way, it's not about being able to do something. It's not about finding a way to do something. It's simply an expression to make a negative prediction. Okay. Ravenel, hello, what's up? You're not too late, but we only have a few more minutes. You can always watch it back after. Betty, that's a great sentence. She is selfish. For that reason, you're making a confident prediction. There is no way she will help. So Pillar, if you say, I have a lot of work to do tomorrow, you could say, there is no way I'm going to go out tonight. Yeah. If you say, there's no way I can go out tonight, it's more about the ability. Adnan, oh, don't say that. I bet you will learn the English language. I bet you will be fluent in the future if you keep practicing. Yeah, I bet all of you will be fluent in the future if you continue working at your skills. Raphael, there's no way I'll be fluent in English. After all, I have been studying it for 4 years every single day. It's true. Well, I still believe, honestly, I'm an optimistic, but I still believe you will be fluent in English if you do continue. It does. Everybody's different, and everybody has different timelines, you know. There's no end to it. It's for life that you're always practicing and adding to it. You know, English is not my mother's first language either. Her first language is German, but she's constantly working on it. She's fluent now, and I know all of you guys can be too. Let me see here. Nawar, I bet that will get that work. Yeah. So for example, my phone is broken, but I bet if I turn it on and off, it will work better. Good. And not broken, but I could say my phone isn't working well, but I bet if I turn it off and on, it will work better. Prediction. Gertie, I bet I won't. Yeah, so Gertie, I bet is more for confident predictions. In your prediction, it's better to use I don't think. I don't think I'm going to win the lottery. I bet is for positive predictions. Yeah. I'm learning every day for my school, so I bet I will reach what I'm looking for. Good. Mansoor, I bet my friend is going to like the cake I made. Exactly. There you go, Michaeli. I bet Lolly Lolly is going to improve her English very soon if she keeps working on it. Yeah. Betty, I bet you all dare not to go into that haunted house. Yeah, so, you know, in this, it's a little bit different. It's not really a prediction. It's more of a coaxing someone, and that in that case we could use it negatively for saying, like, to your friends, oh, I bet you won't go into that haunted house. I bet you're too scared. It's not really a prediction. It's more like challenging someone to do something. Okay? So I just wanted to remind you of one more thing, which I don't have time to put examples, but I'll keep that here. Present simple tense is often used when you're saying I hope type of sentences about the future. I will give you a few examples quickly here. For example, I hope my friend comes, present simple, to visit me soon. Or she hopes her dog isn't sick, for example. Or my mom hopes that she can come visit me soon, for example. Okay. Emmy, when we're making predictions, yeah, I bet is like saying I think. It's very casual, and it is saying like I think. Nawar, good goal. Miriam, my sister lives in France and she loves it. There's no way she will come back to live with us. Oh, wow. You never know. Yeah, Lolly, bet is guessing. It's making a guess, confident. And lastly, to finish off your document, present continuous is not used to make predictions. Never. Okay? So, that's it. We have come to the end of our lesson. So, back up to the Smrt here. Quick little recap. Next week, we are going to be moving a little bit away from future and talking more about making comparisons, like hotter, colder, the most expensive, the most beautiful, these kinds of rules for adjectives and adverbs, okay? So that will be for my stream number 15 next week, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. But yeah, just a little recap of today and last week, speaking about the future. When you're making predictions, you're guessing, there are options to use will or be going to, may or might if you're not so sure. And make sure you read through the document again to try to remember a lot of the possible additions to our predictions that are really common for native speakers. And yeah, I will share the document into the chat with you guys. And I hope you all have a lovely week. Mansoor, you hope you move to Canada. That would be awesome. What about the poetry, Murtata? Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. I will definitely go back up and read the poetry and make a comment about it in the chat. Thank you. Nawar. Yeah, for sure, Nawar. You can use hope with will. I hope we'll have a great time. That's fine, for sure. It's just really common to use I hope with present simple as well. Okay? Okay, thanks everyone. Hope you got some use out of the stream and have a great day. Take care.
See your interesting color and then